You think
It'll be a.
it's like that we're prideful?
It's not. No, no, no. I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm just saying that's us as people. We're very prideful people. We're very confident. We're very proud of where we're from. You know what I mean? Like our continent, not continent, but our province means something to us. There's history behind there that some people may not understand that holds something to us. You know what I mean?
Do you think
No.
do you think it may have something to do with how we got here though?
But that's what I'm saying. Like the history behind of where we're from and what we've done to the colonization that we've done to live where we lived. You know what I mean? Having what we had at one point. Um, having our own stores, banks, stuff like that. Like it
I want
means something to us.
Africville back.
I want it
Straight
back.
up.
I just don't want to call it Africville.
No, I don't want to call it Africville either, but I want it back. I want to take it back. Straight up.
You want to take Africville back?
Yeah. That's
I
our
want
land, cuz.
I want the
That's
land back.
ours, cuz.
I
That's our
mean,
land, cuz.
Canada's ours. Period. Point blank.
True
It's
say.
not. It's not just Africville. Africville's no disrespect, small potatoes to a big
To the
problem.
whole shit. Yeah, to the whole shit.
So, like, if I'm going for something, I'm going for it all. I want it all. I don't want a little bit. I want it all. These are the conversations that we need to be having. On just pointed it out.
They are right now. We're having it right now. Anybody who watches later will definitely hear us have the conversation.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I think as far as like the land, like I'm not because I mean I have my own private conversation with most people, man. But I would say the land. I would say this. I feel like we're entitled. The key word being entitled to
Yeah.
just as much as anybody else that was here pre-Columbus or colonization.
100%.
That's so that everybody else that was here too doesn't feel like I'm pushing them out. Because my mentality isn't to push them out, and it isn't like an African hate speech either, or I hate anybody speech. It's just I like I like I like to look at who I am and make sure that I'm taking care of that. It's minding my own business. It's
Yeah.
taking care of me and mine, and everybody else is gonna care of them. That way, I'm not poking.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not poking in everybody else's shit. I'm just poking in
Yeah.
mine, and I'm getting what's mine, which is right, which is legal. It's not harmful,
No
and
doubt.
everybody can move on with their day. So, as far as like, I don't mind when people say Canada's ours because I like to think that everybody that's indigenous to this land, or everybody that was here in this land originally, would put themselves in that umbrella that he says this land is ours.
Yeah.
But I just say that because I mean the national anthem pretty much says their home and native land. Is like really okay. Native land
Yeah, I
maybe.
don't know. Yeah, I
Native
don't know
land
those ones.
maybe. Native land maybe, but but I mean, it ain't like I said. It ain't to like spit on nobody, and it ain't to put nobody to the side. It's what about what about me? What about mine? And I have to think like that because I know there's 8 billion people in the world that would think like that as well. And if not, then
100%. That's how everybody been thinking. That's how we need to start thinking as a group.
yeah. And I think truthfully though, and people may never hear this and may never know this, but I think it instead of us always trying to tell somebody else what they should be doing, let's start with inside of our homes. Because my thing is like when people are like, "Well, why ain't you with this and why you that?" Because I like to deal with my own backyard first. I don't have the right to tell someone they need a shower if my armpits stink. Like I know that I'm not the
No
guy that
doubt.
should I'm not the guy that should take advice from. It's just that simple. And whether you're in and out or up and down, I don't think it really changes anything. But as far as that, like, 'cause that's a heavy topic. Like, I think just you saying that, man, like, you want Africville back, or, like, that's a heavy topic to go into right away. And the
Straight
topic,
up.
the topic they didn't catch as we were talking for anybody to see this later was, we were just saying like how being Scotian is kind of like different than being any kind of Canadian. It's not the same.
100%.
Not in the least bit is
Did
it
I
the
ever
same.
did I ever tell you that when I moved to the States, when I first moved to Virginia, and I started being around New York dudes, and I couldn't tell what it was, right? I could not tell what it was about these dudes And to be honest, I kind of didn't like them.
Because they were too much like you, probably. And yo, New York,
And
man,
then and
Scotia
then
got love for you.
and then I realized and then I started going to New York with my kid's mother, and I went to Harlem, bro. And when I
Ah,
went to Harlem, it hit me like a pound. It hit me like a pound of weights.
you was home.
Yeah, it hit me like a pound of weights. That every dude that you see walking down the street thinks he is God's gift to the earth. Like,
Earth.
and I was like, I was like, yo, that's the same as us.
Yeah.
That's why that was what that familiarity was when I seen these dudes, is that they're the same as us.
You know what's crazy, man? Is like I remember back in the day, like a lot of our parents would say, like they used to call Scotia like Little New York because of the crime rate that was like New York, the way people were like in New York, and like a lot of people used to say how the city was built like Boston with that old look and that old kind of like city feel. And when you look
Right.
at it, the most connection we have with the U.S. is New York and Boston. And what's crazy is the connection that a lot of people don't talk about, which is the Virginia connection. I haven't really put
Oh,
I haven't put too much together on it, but Scotians and Virginians, man, I notice there's a lot of Scotians that will go to Virginia, man, and a lot of people like they may not always be brothers, because I won't lie, a lot of brothers will go down there, but I don't see a lot of them coming up here. But I notice a lot of them, like I see a lot of Virginian license plates up here in the summertime too. It's like, why the fuck you come up here? Like I'm just wondering why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Like with my peoples back in the day, right? They was going down the summers and shit like stuff like that, right?
Mm.
Um, then people started. They were going down for vacation, but then people started going down and staying. And now, yeah, like I told you one time, I was walking around down there, and I ran into what's his name, man, Ryan.
Brody?
Yeah,
I do. Shout out to Ryan Brody,
I'm
man.
like, yeah, and we're just like, well, bro, I'm just like randomly walking around. I think I see. I think it was him. It was either him. It was so long ago. It was either him or it was Josh Lass. It might even have been Josh Lass, I think.
That's crazy. Them is local
But it was,
dudes.
yeah. I'm walking around. Yeah, I was walking around like around my neighborhood where I lived in Virginia, and then I'm looking down the street and I'm like, what the fuck? That's dude.
Yeah, man.
Walk over, chop it up with him or whatever. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of Scotians down there now, man.
man. Yeah, man. But that's the thing, though. Like, I've always tried to tell people, man. We're multipliable, man. Like we've been around so much, man. Like you find us everywhere, and like I found it was crazy because I talked to a few people down the states, and like a few of them are like I'd never met a Canadian brother, for lack of better
Yeah,
terms, for the YouTube world. I never met a black Canadian. It's like, really?
yeah.
You never met a black Canadian, dude? Nope, never met a black Canadian. That's impossible. You never met a black Canadian.
That's
And then,
crazy.
like I was saying to you guys, it makes sense because all the actual, like from the mainlands, no other history, 10 generations deep, since 1875, I think it is, been, they're from here. 1749. Yeah, man, 1749. All of us have been here, and we don't, and I don't know. I just find it crazy when they say that, man, because like I be saying it because people get shocked that we don't have the accent of a Canadian, and I never realized it until I got in my teens that Canadians don't sound like us because all the TV we're watching. My bad. Okay.
No, I don't sound like them. I don't sound like them ones on TV.
Yeah, but think about it. All the TV we be watching, people sound like us. Like all those TV shows, all those sitcoms, all that stuff, they sound like us.
But that's all stuff in the States, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like all the TV shows that we watching in the states, all those people be sounding like us. So I don't take anything for anything. I just take it for, that's what everyone sounds like. And then I go to like Montreal and Toronto and these places, and the accent comes so thick. Yo, hey, guy, yo, holy.
Yeah, we don't sound like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know where
I
they
don't
say
know
that
what
at.
No.
that is. That's that's not us.
Yo, like the Toronto slang is like literally like it's like British slang mixed with Jamaican slang,
Yeah,
mixed with like brown people Punjabi slang, like mixed with Somalians, mixed with Somalian Muslim slang, like everything, bro.
It's almost like they don't have their own identity.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like they're trying to create. I swear, it's like they're just trying to create something for themselves, like
Hmm.
to stand out, like so they can stand out and set themselves apart. Like it's
Yeah,
weird.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even think
And it
it's.
wasn't like that fifth story. It wasn't like that like 15, 20 years ago either. Like that's new
No.
shit. The way they talk
Yeah.
No,
is
no,
new.
no, no. I think you guys are a little off, man. Like, I think it was like that. I just don't think it was as thick. Like, if you ask me, and no disrespect to you guys in Toronto and Montreal, I just think a lot of the brothers try to sound like they Jamaican, knowing damn well you're coming from Africa and you're coming from Haiti. Let's be honest, you're Haitian and you're African and you're sounding like you're Jamaican. I got thrown off a few times in Montreal and Toronto, and dudes told me they Somalian or they Haitian. It's like, yeah, right, but you sound Jamaican. What's up with that? You know, I'm just
But
saying,
no, I
like,
mean,
What's up
I
with
was
that?
talking that. I was talking that like that yo guy. Like I'm talking that slang. Like
That stuff is
15,
new.
20 years ago,
Yeah.
that was not in Toronto. 15, 20 years
no.
ago.
No. The
But
old guy, or
but what I'm
you know
saying
what I'm
is,
saying, fam?
what I'm saying is
Like that shit is
they've
new.
Yeah,
always,
yeah.
but they've always had that accent, like always had an accent, and always spoke different
It,
than
but
us.
it was only in certain parts of Toronto. Like you went to Scarborough, you heard it. You went to like, you know, what do you call it? Eglinton West, you heard it. Like now it's everywhere. It's Mississauga, Peterborough. It's everywhere. Places aren't even Toronto. Guys are like, yo, I'm from Toronto. I'm a Toronto man's, bro. Like this shit makes no sense to me.
I get all that, but what I'm saying is, I think it's an evolution from coming over with your foreign accent.
It's an evolution I don't want to be a part of.
Well,
Point
no,
blank
because you
period.
don't have to be. That it's making my point.
Yeah.
It's the point I'm trying to make is like we don't have to be that. We don't have an accent, and we don't have to come over and try to speak French and then English, and then our best friend speaks a different type of English that people don't make fun of him for not having a weird accent. So you try to twist it. Nah, man, people copy us because we don't have that accent. Like I remember being young in Montreal, and we be sitting on the doorstep up in Bergs, and I remember saying shit like, "Yo, that guy is comical." And everyone would kill dead laughing and think I was so cool because I said a word like comical. I was like, really,
Hmm.
really comical?
Yeah. Okay.
No, comical
I
is
won't lie,
describing the
Mar.
funniness. What up?
That's like when I was first up here and I would say perpetrate.
Mm,
People were
mm.
like, "What did you say? What is perpetrate?"
Y'all be
Like
perpetrating
that,
a fraud,
that is
man.
not a new word.
Yeah, yeah,
Some niggas over there perpetrating, guys.
Yeah,
yeah. You gotta watch that one. That's when you gotta get us killed for
Come,
real.
come over there, perfect. Come over there, perfect, guys.
But I'm telling you though, like that's my point. Like people be people don't realize like, and for me, I just think it's charismatic, man. I just think we have a charismatic, different type of flair about us.
Yeah. Yo, you know who? Yo, you know my uncle David, don't you?
David Downey.
David Downey. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of him. I never really got to sit with the brother and talk
Man,
to him.
he's next time I'll bring him around. Next time I come down home, bro. Just chill around and smoke some weed, bro. I tell you, my uncle David is the coolest old nigga on the planet, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, you gotta chill
Oh
him.
man, he's cool.
Oh, you gotta chill
You
him.
know, actually, the last time I was down home, he called me over to a car. He was over there smoking with your uncle, with Ellsworth.
Yeah, his dad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's
But
cool.
yeah, he's cool, man.
I didn't like I said, I never really got to really crack with him like that. I heard he was someone, so that was telling me he was someone I gotta check out. That's why I called you
Yeah,
back
no,
that time.
he's awesome, dude, man.
Yeah.
And remember, and I was telling you about my granddad, but my granddad, I don't know if he really would be too much up for it. Like at
Yeah.
his age now, like I'll still shoot the shot for you, but
No, no,
you would definitely have to come like
no.
with something written down and try to keep him on topic type of thing.
You know what I learned about all that too, though. Even when it comes to like, cause a lot of people may not know like your grandfather and his boxing history. He is the great David Downey. Um, that's for the family, man. As much as I'd like to get it, and our families are pretty much family. I think it's more for I think it's more for families to gather and catch around, man. I think they would do way better. I think it'd work out way better that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
like that. I like that idea too. That got some sentiment to it.
because I mean, I feel like most stories from back in the day, like, we didn't write things down, and that may have hurt us a little bit. But I do think the beauty of it is it's carried through the people that they live through. Like nobody should tell your grandfather's story other than his children, and nobody should be telling that story of their father other than their children and their children,
Right,
because it's your guys'
right.
inheritance, that knowledge, that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
strength.
for sure.
You know what I mean? So when I thought about it, and you told me you were going to be talking to him, and you were down there, it's like, well, as
Yeah.
much as I would like to interview him at that age, it's probably more discomforting to him, as much as it is. I'd like to do this anyways.
Well, here's the thing: is like though, like he really, he's used to that lifestyle of being that celebrity though, right? So like, he still takes that he takes it like it's a responsibility. You know what I mean? Like it's like something that he has to do.
Yeah, but when does
To
that
be quite honest.
responsibility? That's what I mean by it should be given to the children, because that responsibility at someday should end with either your mother or one of your aunts or uncles, or maybe even you sitting next to them, helping them and being beside them to give that story out. Because, like I said, it's your inheritance. You get to carry on the legacy to tell your children the greatness of him. Like most people don't know how great Sam Langford was, and I love being able to tell stories about him, and wish I had more stories to be able to tell about him, because I don't like hearing other people tell the stories. Like, did you really know him though? To really be saying that? You know what I mean? And it's just different. I get it, and it's also not always my place. It's not always my place to be saying shit either.
True,
So,
true, true.
so, because I mean, what I know about him is almost limited. Like
Yeah,
borderline limited, and that's because he never grew around here. He never stayed around here. Things got hectic when they shouldn't have. So, like I said, man,
mm,
as much as I would like to interview or sit with your grandfather, as much of a student of boxing that I am, it's a guy that likes boxing, and Nova Scotia has a great, rich history of boxing.
mm.
I don't
Well,
think.
here's the thing too, bro. I could also, you know, what I mean, I can also talk to my uncles who, you know what I mean. They would probably be a little bit better for you to like Uncle Raymond and like Glenn and them guys.
I was just about to say,
You know what I mean? Like the
I would love to
the
get
the
Glenn.
Olympic, yeah, the Olympic team guys, right?
Yeah, I'd like to get Glenn on the platform, because his story is crazy. A lot of people don't know his story, and they
Yeah,
don't realize how far he went before. It wasn't that he got beat out. He just decided to walk away, and I'd love to know like why.
yeah,
As great of a fighter as Glenn was, why? Same with Raymond. Like, I feel like his story would be a little bit different, where it's success to a degree, but
yeah.
there's still a great story in there, because what he was able to achieve, a lot of people couldn't.
Still,
Exactly.
even though even though it only ended up being the bronze medal in the Olympics, it's still the bronze medal in the Olympics. Like,
Only,
Exactly.
only we
but
me.
his
Oh,
prospect. No, I'm just saying like his prospects were higher than that too. Like his career kind of like nosedived.
okay. Rico, here's the deal. Remember what he just said, right? He only bronze medaled. Only.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what I mean. That's a huge deal. But he should have. He kind of like his trainers and stuff. He got messed around. He could have did. I feel like he could have did more
No
for to
disres.
go to third place in the world. He could have did more.
Yeah, he could have. But no disres. But
Yeah,
a lot of the people that look like him get robbed in the Olympics. We seen that. Someone like
yeah.
remember who we were talking about earlier, with Ace, when we were talking about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford just being in bigger fights,
Hmm.
a huge fight. They're two of the best talented boxers.
Right.
They never got bronze. And I'm a big Earl Spence fan, and I'm a big Terrence Crawford fan. I like both of them. I can't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they never got that.
True. 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 True.
So that's why I'm like, you said just, bro,
Yeah, but I didn't. I said it like I said it. I said it like
because you knew he could
I.
do better. Because you knew he could do
I
better.
said it ironically. Yeah, like I said it kind of like ironically. Like I said, you know what I mean. I didn't. I said it. Yeah, I didn't mean it like how I
In
said
the
it.
No,
But
he said
aspect
it.
of looking at it in the world, he got the bronze medal, but it's still a medal.
Yeah,
That's what you're
yeah,
basically trying to
exactly.
say.
and the
Right.
crazy,
Exactly, exactly.
and the
Like he
crazy
still
thing
got that.
is,
He still got it to this day, sitting at the host, whatever. You know what I mean? And no one can ever take that away from
Yeah.
him.
yeah.
You know
Motherfucker
what I
like
mean?
me be still wearing the motherfucker.
Yeah, every day.
But I'm saying, like, regardless on it all, man, I would honestly say, like, take most of that, and you look at like the achievement that he has. And some people, I feel like they look at certain things, and it's like, well, it's just bronze. But even the way you said it, you didn't say it negatively.
Yeah,
I was just trying to make sure people understood that, like, when he said just, that's showing you that his ceiling wasn't third place in the world.
He was marquising it.
Yeah.
Shut up. You know what I mean? Like that's not third place in the world of a ceiling. That's just where he got to, and he was only young, and he could have worked to get it a little bit further. And whatever happened
Yeah.
from there happened, and that's his story to tell. And that's one
Right.
thing. That's one thing I want to bring on the platform. I know we just doing a runoff live. We didn't do any introduction. I just clicked the button. We just went in. But that's one thing I'd like to bring to the platform is like, and one thing I always wanted to bring to the platform is just interviewing different people from around here that have a story that people may not have heard, because a lot of people would be shocked to know like Sam Langford's not even he's not even from the U.S. George Dixon's not from the U.S. They're from right here where we're from, and there's some people that can
Right.
probably give you stories from their families that are handed down and given
Right.
progress.
Right. True say. True say.
You know, and you know those
Yeah,
things are
cause I want to say that granddad's in the Nova Scotia Hall of Fame twice, bro. Because he was on like the black baseball team too, and he was in for that too, the Nova Scotia Hall of Fame.
was it
Negro
the
League.
Negro League? Yeah, Negro League baseball
Yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's tough.
yeah. He was in there twice, man. He got inducted twice into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no man, I'm telling you, the Downies did some serious work out there in the world. That's what I'm
Real
saying.
stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of us, man, a lot of us got to start realizing where we come from and who we are, and represent our province a little bit better. And it's not about the province itself. It's more about us as a people who like to walk around and carry the flag on our back. Like I don't. There's times when I hear people like, "Oh, well, what does the province do for me?" It's not about what the province did for you. If you're gonna carry it on your back and say you're Scotian and rep Scotian and Squizzy and all the different boroughs of Halifax, man,
Straight up.
I really think representing the province to let them know, like, yeah, we can get busy, but we also have respect and manners. We also have, you know, etiquette.
Yeah,
We
for sure.
speak different. We walk different.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we
and we
talk.
excel. We excel in life too. We excel in life, man. Like anywhere as we go too, right? Like how we were saying, there's like Scotians were everywhere, right? And like we excel too, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Where anywhere you guys go, you're gonna find someone with Scotian ties. Most of the people in the U.S. got Scotian ties. I lay it down. The Rock, y'all love The Rock. The Rock is a big Scotian, and
Yeah,
they like
yeah,
to talk about it. Oh, and
yeah.
Beyonce's got Scotian ties too.
shout out to my dude Eli Gorey in the show with The Rock. They shout
Nice
out to
one.
Eli. Eli's
Yeah, yeah. The
killing it in
baller show.
Hollywood. E-
The baller show. Yeah.
yeah, Eli's killing it in
Yeah, he's doing
Hollywood.
it real big. He's doing it real big, man. I love that one movie. That movie he did, The Night in Miami. One Night in Miami.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
played
I love
Muhammad
that
Ali
movie.
in One Night in Miami. That's who we talking about. For all you
Yeah,
guys watching later, because not much of you guys watching now, but for
on
anybody watching,
Amazon Prime.
yeah,
On Amazon Prime.
they know what it
A Night in
is.
Miami.
They know what it is, man. They know what it is. Man, listen, that movie was huge. That movie, that's how, like, if you ever talk to anybody in the States, that's how you'll know. If you want them to know who you're talking about, if you're talking about anybody in Canada, man, tell them the guy that played Muhammad Ali in One Night in Miami. It's a,
For real. For
that
real.
was a big role for him to land. It was a big role for
He
Scotia.
killed it.
Yeah,
No, he killed it though. Like, yeah, he killed it.
it was a big role for Scotia, man. It was a big role for him, man. It was a big role for us. You know, and he's not the only one. Who's that? What's that? What was it? Is that her name? Ellen Page? No, it's not Ellen Page. What's the other one that's out there in Hollywood? She was in all those action movies, all those
Oh, the little tiny girl.
yeah, all those Marvel movies.
Yeah, yeah. I forget. She was in Inception too. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember her
yeah,
name.
yeah. Yeah, she literally
And
grew up right down on South End.
from Trailer Park.
Yeah,
From Trailer Park Boys too.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And hey,
Well, most of them guys from Trailer Park Boys is from Nova Scotia.
yeah, but they don't be rep. Honestly, maybe they represent the trailer park side of Nova Scotia, but
They don't represent.
I don't
No,
feel
no,
like
no,
they've
no.
represented the city well enough.
No. The only
Nobody
thing they
really does.
represent, the only thing they say they represent is like pepperoni and donairs, bro. Like
once
that's
again,
about it.
I felt like and I'm no knock to them because I don't know how the trailer park works out there. We wasn't in there. We were probably in a
No,
lot
I
of
don't know nothing about it.
we were in a lot of bushes back in the day from the buskers, you know.
He wasn't
Mhm.
like,
Buskers, yes. I want to take my kids to the busker so bad.
Man,
But but like now down the waterfront, it's lit the whole time. The whole summertime is lit. You don't even
yeah.
gotta wait for the buskers. Just people down there doing stuff the whole time.
It's
But
the
it's culturally
boardwalk.
different. It's culturally different
Well, we
now.
got a
Oh, it's
boardwalk.
crazy
It
now.
should
It's
have been.
crazy,
It should have been. We got
crazy.
a boardwalk, and they finally using it for what that boardwalk should have been. Bright lights
Yeah,
at
it's
night and
crazy
everything.
down there now.
Even in the wintertime, that place should be lit up nice and nice stroll at night for you and the young tenderoni to go up there and do your own little thing.
Nice
But
Those
tenderoni.
ones.
yeah, man, you one of
I
them
love those
ones.
ones.
A little
Tenderoni.
schmelz,
Yeah,
a little schmelz,
I did that. That's what we did.
a little hunk of
That's
cabbage.
exactly what I did.
Yeah, you and a little hunk of cabbage
Hmm.
took a walk on the boardwalk. Isn't that what
Yeah, I
bitches
tried to
better
Went
do
do?
down
that.
there.
Yeah, man.
Mar, I tried to do that. Candace thought I was gonna propose to her.
See, that's how magical it is
That's,
down there. Girl
I was
thought he was
like,
that's
ready to get
what
on
you
the
thought I
knee.
was gonna propose.
I'm telling you though, but I'm saying like, and the thing is like we've been up and around everywhere. So, I mean everywhere. But the one place I never really traveled into was the trailer park places when I was younger. So I don't really know how to hang in there. I was in the trailer park place maybe once or twice, but it was at night. And I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a creature stirring, not even a squirrel. I'm telling you, was nothing moving around, was nothing saying. We was in and out like a robbery. But for the most part though, like I'm telling, I don't know, but they didn't represent the city very well because it's
No,
it's it's nothing like what they showing, man. Like nothing like that. You ain't
no,
getting away with messing around no police like that for one. I'm not even.
no. It was
No,
no. It was yeah. No.
all that capers and stealing and harebrained schemes, man. Boys have been sitting themselves in jail for some long
They'd
times.
have been sitting in jail for a while.
I won't lie. We don't. I never seen a Canadian Mountie police. I seen a Royal RCMP, but I've never seen a Mountie
hmm
police. Like I never seen a
yeah,
guy
yeah.
with the full on uniform, the hat, and the little horse, or even their car. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never seen none of that. But
I
I
got
tell you,
I
the
don't know.
little.
I might have. I might have seen it. I think I might have seen it when I was in Ottawa
well,
one time.
I see
words.
them here. You see them here in Toronto
Well, it's
a
capital.
lot.
Look, you got something over in the capital, nation's capital. That's capital.
Yeah, Capital City, right? Capital.
That's
Capital connections. Capital connections.
it's capital. It's capital, buddy. But here, shit, yeah, we ain't seen that shit. It's funny
No.
because I be doing my gaming thing with certain people, and I be talking about like the food we get here in Nova Scotia, man. It's like when I be telling them we just got Popeyes here, like I can actually get in the car and go 20 minute, 10 minute ride, which is kind of normal for where I'm at in Scotia, and get me some
That's
Yeah.
Popeyes.
crazy.
Yeah, and like IHOPs, but I ain't even trying to mess with no IHOPs. Excuse my language, but I ain't trying to mess with no IHOPs, man. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. Like, yo,
I
IHOP's
used to,
okay.
yeah, I used to really like IHOP. I haven't had it in a while because I stopped eating that type of stuff. But
I ain't doing no Scotian IHOP.
He said Scotian IHOP.
I already told them people down the states, and shout out to y'all down the states. But I already told those guys who be making my tacos, and I ain't even gonna go there because I ain't gonna have people thinking they'll, you know, try to put the brakes on us. I'm just saying, like I already told you who be making my tacos, who be making my donaires, and who be making my pizzas and things like that. And I ain't got no issue with it because the shit be good. But I'm just saying, man,
yeah,
I gotta draw a line somewheres, man. Like I know you're not giving me no real Popeyes because I know what it tastes like. I tasted it in Toronto. It shouldn't taste that different. And
yeah, no, for sure.
so I'm gonna run around trust you with with the International House of Pancake. Nah, man. Nah, man.
Yeah.
You mess.
Well, I go to Smitty's and them ones anyways, right?
You might as well. Smitty's is better. No joke.
Hey
It's
man,
better.
listen, I can't knock them because up here in Toronto, when they open up a doner shop, I go there, I ask where they're from. Are they from where they say they from? And if they're not from there, then I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna try it. Number one, number two, if you like,
Those ones you
if you're
bought when I
from
was
there,
up there, those ones you guys bought when I was up there, and they had the audacity to ask me to try it, and I'm fresh off the plane. I couldn't. The meat was still red and stuff. I'm like, nah, man.
Uh,
So I said some like leafy browns, green stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? Nah,
yeah, no, that's the other thing too. In other places, they put everything on it.
what do you
now
mean? What do you
that's a
mean?
that's a that's a that's a that's a oh man, that's come on, that's a red flag, man.
Yeah,
Only thing,
I'm
only
sorry, they
thing
put.
should be
And
on
then
When
your
you
people
put
ask
donair.
me,
lettuce, you put lettuce on the joint.
No,
You put
no,
let. I'm like, what are you doing with the lettuce?
this is not a falafel. This is not a shawarma. Okay, this is not a
No,
gyro.
yeah, no,
Get that
man.
stuff off of here.
yeah,
Onions, tomato, and sauce. That's it.
Man,
Yeah,
listen, I'm not gonna count
I
the
don't even
people.
do cheese.
I'm not gonna
I
stop.
do. Sometimes I
I
do.
know.
Sometimes I do cheese.
I
Sometimes I
can't.
do
I
cheese.
can't do the cheese, man. I feel like
Me-
unless I'm gonna take it while it's freshly hot, and I'm gonna take the cheese and put it in between certain pieces of meat. I don't need a whole thick layer of cheese over top of it. That's
Hey,
kind of wasted
yo.
shit. But I'm not gonna knock people that do the cheese thing. I can't. I can't do that. Cheese go with everything, man. You can put cheese on almost everything.
It does.
Like you
Oh,
can't.
Come
cheese
on, man.
and Frank,
It's
is it?
cheese, man.
Yeah, exactly. You can't knock cheese beating on shit, man. Cheese be good. I caught them putting cheese on chicken burgers, man. It was over. It was over. Like, come on, we put cheese
Yeah,
on chicken burgers, man. It's over, man. Like,
yeah, no.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. We got to see it for what it
I
is.
remember, I used to grab this. I used to grab when I was down south. I used to get this breakfast burger, man. Chicken, egg, and cheese. Oh man, it
Oh
was
yeah.
crazy, man.
Now, see, that
Yeah, it was
shit
They
sound
got
like
crazy.
those in
some
New York.
shit.
See,
That
that's a New
sound
York
good
I
thing.
get
shit.
it. I get it sometimes. Like sometimes I'll make them do it here, even in Canada. Like if I go to a McDonald's or something, I'll tell them like, "Give me the McChicken thing, add egg and add cheese on it." And they're like, "Well, yeah, I see. You heard what I said. That's the way I want it. Thank you."
Yeah.
Yeah, they always try to act like they don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm speaking some type of different language. But
No,
it be's good though.
they making sure
They
they
got
heard
those
him
in New
right.
York, man. The bacon, egg, and cheese, and then they got like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
chopped
yeah.
cheese. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah, man, the chicken. Yeah, I like the chicken, egg, and cheese though, man. The chicken egg, like a chicken patty with egg and cheese, man. The joint was pretty good, man. On some toast.
The thing we used to do up here as kids, man, we would go to the 7-Eleven, we get the patties, put them in the microwave, open them up, and then all the stuff they had for the hot dogs, like the onions and stuff, we would put in the patties. Get the
Yeah,
nacho
we're
cheese,
loading that
put it
shit
inside
up.
the patty, put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds. Them things was slamming back in the day.
We're loading them shits. We're loading them shits up.
Those was good, man, back in the day. Fuck. I
No
wouldn't eat them
doubt.
now.
Yeah. No, hell no. So like down south, they used to have at the 7-Eleven, they would have a burger, but like shaped like a hot dog, and they call it a burger bite. And that's what we used to do. You know what I mean? Everything they got. I'm talking about the salsa, the everything, the onions, all that, the jalapenos, whatever. You just throw everything on there.
I won't lie. You know
And
what's
yeah,
real? You know what's real tough? You know what's really tough, man? Y'all ever take a piece of pepperoni and barbecue it, or at least roast it, and then put like onions and ketchup and mustard on it on a bun? Oh man, that shit be kicking, man.
You know what
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna do
want to
next
try
time I go
that.
home? You know what I'm about to do. Like,
I'm
hell yeah.
trying it. I'm trying that.
Hell
You
yeah.
tell me y'all ain't never did that shit?
Never even thought of it.
But y'all be
No,
doing hot
I
I
dogs?
o-
do,
I
yeah.
only do
Well, it's easy,
I
just
only
press
do
the switch.
pepperoni. Yeah, I only do pepperoni just straight biting that shit, or
Yeah,
chop that shit in the middle and throw it in the microwave for a minute, and then
yeah,
put the cheese in the middle, let it
yeah.
melt. That's the only way I ever really did it.
Well, I
But
don't.
I'm gonna try
Hell
that shit.
yeah.
What you saying?
But I won't lie though. I don't eat pork, so when I'm doing my pepperoni, man, like I buy like $40 worth of pepperoni, freeze most of the shit, and eat that shit like it's like hot dogs and bacon and shit. Like I use it like that, like real talk, no
Yeah,
joke. Like I also cut
yeah.
it up in little discs, mix up some pepperoni, mix up some ketchup and mustard, dip that pepperoni in that shit. Trust me, man, and fry the dip,
I be
fry
trying not to. I be
fry it,
trying not to even think about it being pork. It is pork though. Fuck.
not the beef one.
You can get beef pepperoni now at Brothers.
Beef pepperoni tastes
Okay.
better than the pork ones, man. No joke.
It's all
Okay.
it's the different. You got to get it fresh, otherwise it's drier than the pork pepperoni.
But once
Uh,
Right.
it depends on what
Other
you're
than that,
doing.
though,
Are you
I
eating it
loves it.
straight? Are you eating it straight, eating it naked, or are you cooking it or heating it up? Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
tossing some
No
My
cheese in
doubt.
that, it's
my
gonna
big ass eating that naked. I just put that thing in the microwave one time,
yeah.
and I'm eating.
So sometimes yeah, it will come out a little dry, but it's not gonna come out as dry as normal, man, because it's the grease
Mm.
in there, man. That fat and
No, I'm talking though, like when I go to Brothers. Remember, I go to Brothers. I get $100 worth of pepperoni. I freeze it, spend my trip down home, and then I go back to Toronto, and then I open it up when I'm there. You know what I mean? So like it's already sat in a thing dried out. You know what I mean? Doing its thing, and then I bring it out. I gotta let it thaw. Like it's dry when I get it. You know, and with pork fat keeps it moist. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the only difference between beef and pork. But I won't lie. Next time you go to Brothers, oh, you gotta
Yeah.
get some of that beef jerky from Brothers, man. Mark put me on that shit. Oh man, cause
The beef jerky
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
shit's on point, man.
oh what
Yeah.
that
I'm gonna check it out.
Shit's still going.
I'm thinking about coming out there actually too. Just next when I get that next month off for a little week or something. Come out there without like just by myself and stuff. But
Where you based at?
I be in Calgary. Yeah, I'm in
Mm,
Calgary now. So, but I be up here working, and then when I'm done, like so, I come up here for like 6 weeks, and then I get a month off. So I be just being able to go do what I want to do. But soon I'm trying to be able to get back into the states. So I'm kind of I'm kind of iffy on getting my ticket to come down home right now
I won't
because
lie. I'm across the border soon because me and my woman we used to go to Rochester. I got people out there. I go there all the time. I go there
yeah,
all the time.
Rochester, yeah, New York,
Yeah,
yeah,
I fucking love being out there sometimes, man. And Rochester reminds me of down home. Like
yeah.
It
I
is
don't like
down
the
home
city of New
pretty
York,
much.
but like I'm
Ain't that
telling you,
ain't that where Benny the is that where Benny the Butcher's from?
Rochester. I think so. Rochester,
Yeah,
New York. Yeah, I think so.
But honestly though, real talk though, like most of those places from like New York up are like Nova Scotia's modeled after them. Boston, go look at that downtown with the buildings and shit. Like Nova Scotia's modeled after that
yeah,
shit.
it is.
A hundred
It's
percent.
just a smaller.
You said what?
It's a smaller metropolitan, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
modeled after those other metropolitans.
I mean, shoot, just to go look at they're not even so called. They're actually called black communities and black neighborhoods, man. That's what they're labeled as. That's what they've been labeled as on the census the whole time. But you go look at those things, man. They tell you the same thing, man. Like it's no joke, bro. Like that's why I be trying to tell people, like even some of the white people in Nova Scotia, man. They came from up in U.S. A lot of them did. Why they don't know where their parents are from other than Nova Scotia, man, and their parents' parents, and their parents' parents, and their parents' parents. We only have that rhythmatic because you got to go so far back before they can say, "Oh, we came off a boat from the U.S."
Mm.
So it gets crazy. It gets real, man. And like I said, man, I like the connection though because I remember just watching TV and thinking everything reminded me of here. Like I remember watching what were them shows that used to come on? We had that station. I think it was Bangor, Maine, and Rochester. We used to get their channel, man. And we used to what
Mm.
I remember seeing the
Bangor, Maine.
yeah, I used to remember watching like their commercials and shit. And what used to throw me off was I used to ask my mom how far, like I used to think it wasn't far and that they were like pretty much we could reach it because everything looked
Yeah,
kind of like Halifax. Like I didn't think it was any. I didn't think they were going far. I go downtown. I think I'm right by where they just did this little infomercial at. So that's how I kind of realized like, man, there's a lot of familiarities, man, a lot of familiarities.
Yeah, we used to get WBLK up here in Toronto. It was like a Buffalo radio station, and they used to have like these like cool jazz nights and these R&B night. Yo, bro, we used to kill that shit. Like that shit was tough for us. But I
Yeah.
used to think like it was right there in Ontario, like right across Ontario Lake, which it technically is, but like it was reachable. Like I could get in a little dinghy and go across there,
Mm.
go to Buffalo. It's not. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's just crazy, though, man, because a lot of us don't realize like we're on the same landmass.
Yep.
Yeah, we're on the same landmass. We ain't not much different. I just find like how crazy it is that like the difference between us and people in Canada. Like we're so much different than the other Canadians, but we can find so many similarities with other people in U.S. I find that crazy. Like I remember going to certain places and things were just different. It's like really night and day, day and night. Like Toronto, I found to be completely different than Nova Scotia. Like I mean, ain't nothing,
Oh yeah.
not even close. Like the way things go, the way things are ran, the way people are, completely different. And it's
Culture shock.
yeah, and it's like
it is.
it's a fast pace, but it's also like I feel like in Toronto, like a lot of people wouldn't realize that like the reason why Scotians had a problem up there is because we don't take well to being punked or tricked, even if we're in the
Nope.
wrong. Like, even if we're in the wrong, you ain't gonna play me. And it's like, yeah, but you literally set me up for this is my only option. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have played me. See, you're no good type. Like I see, most of us can do that type of stuff and think nothing of it. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny style, but it's how we can be.
That's why I got into so many fights so young is because like I wasn't aware of the things that went on. Like the first thing I noticed when I first got up here, I was walking down. I was sort of in the East End, and I was walking up the street, and I was saying what's up to these brothers I saw, right? Just saying what's up, and they looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like you guys don't talk to one another out here. Like they just looked at me like nigga, I don't know you. Like I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, but that's because most dudes, it ain't like you're gonna run into their family when you go to your aunt's house. Down here, like, I know better than to not say hello to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know now.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is be in somebody's house and that same person walk in. Oh, you're the little one that didn't even speak.
Yeah,
100%.
Done.
yeah.
You're done. There's no coming back from that. You lost.
It's hey, it's people that don't like me to this day because of stuff like that. I didn't speak to like an older person or something, and they called me out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
I got
manners,
called
man.
out.
It's different.
Yeah,
Manners.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, things happen. You know what I mean? Things happen and life goes, man. And sometimes the most we can do is look at everything, man, and be like, wow, wow. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, man, being around the world is different, man. Because I won't lie. One thing I will say is lately I talked to a couple people at West. No, West, they don't really have that bad of an accent either, though. Like there's certain people at West that I've spoken to. They don't have that bad of an accent. Wow, Swabby, when you coming back down?
I'm hoping to get down there summer with the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the kids this time, bro.
that sounds like fun. Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Like I said, I want to try to bring my kids to like the buskers and stuff, just to do the things that I got to do when I was a kid, and just show them like,
Yeah, no doubt.
You thinking like the ends of August?
yeah,
See, but I don't think it's the same. Like I be hearing people say that, and they're like, "Well, because my children live here, man. They're gonna eventually do exactly what I did, and they're gonna end up just showing up to the buskers. They're gonna end up doing exactly what I did. But if I take them down there, I don't think they're gonna get the gist of we would. And some of the things I would have to tell them that we did, hell no. Oh, you were with me, hell no.
oh, he don't, he don't
No,
tell.
I didn't tell him that. I just know. Why would you tell him that?
But what else am I gonna tell them going down there? What else do we do down the buskers? Either
Oh,
we
yo,
set up.
get the reason why your daddy really came down.
There's no other reason why we went to the buskers. Think about it. What did we tell me what you did that was such a great memory that you can really point out and say, I remember when we were young, other than run up that wave.
Down the buskers?
Mm.
I
Nothing.
went down there.
Yeah,
We
you
was
can't even.
fucking.
You can't even. Yeah, exactly.
I
We
went
So
was
down there
fighting.
chasing.
We was getting something.
yeah, so I don't want
Yeah, I was gonna say I went down there chasing Ashley.
to. I'm. This is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. At the end, of the day, I can't. Why am I gonna take my children down there saying, "Oh, we fought over there," and oh we. Nah, man. The buskers don't. The buskers don't intrigue me as a place to take my children, man. Like the only place I take my children where I have some good but some bad, but I feel like I want to share it is the neighborhood. I've took them
Yeah.
like twice
That's yeah.
and showed them like, yo, this is where we lived. This is where the playground was. I see how close the school was, and down this lane was where we would go through to go over to the playground. Some of my friends lived on this side, and it's time to go because anything else I got to tell you is not really going to be good. So it's just time to go. Let's get out of here.
See, for me
Mm,
though, like it's hard to do there because like I can show the kids where I lived in the square and stuff, but like my memories of the square would be like the monkey bars and shit like that, and that shit is gone now, man. That shit
gone.
hurts.
Yeah, monkey
That
bears
shit
were
hurts.
monkey bears were nice, but I mean,
It's gone.
I'm I might. It's funny because my children. I think it was last. I'm pretty sure it was like last summer or just before the went in this year or last, whichever. It was last year, regards 2022, and we're at like the playground in the basketball court with the children, and they're on there. They're on there on the monkey bars. I'm trying to, and they think I really can't do monkey bars.
Mm,
And I literally go on and show them like how I can, and there's a shock like how would you know? I'm like, man, most of the people in my neighborhood we grew up on the monkey bars.
yeah.
If people would have took just 30 seconds if he would have took like 30 seconds just to actually see what we were capable of athletically between the monkey bars, the rollerblading, playing baseball, playing football, then jumping into the Y or going over to the Dixon court, playing ball. Like if people seen the athleticism that we would literally transition day in and day out, it'd be insane. It'd be insane. Like I think we would have, a lot of us would have got a lot farther in life, and they would have actually put us on that excavator. Like, yo, this child could be something.
I won't lie though, man. That monkey bar set was like the national fucking database. There was so much DNA in that fucking on that fucking
Yeah, you're
jungle gym,
killing it.
man.
You're killing that F bomb, bro.
Sorry. I didn't even know we was live. My bad. My
Oh,
bad.
we've
My
been live
bad.
for about 45 minutes. But
My bad, peoples. My fault.
I don't know. You good? I gotta start really announcing it. See, if I wish you guys could hear my air horn when
I can hear a little bit. Meh, 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 meh.
yeah, yeah, air
No,
horn.
you gotta crank that Joe, man.
But
Come on
I
now,
will lie, guys.
please.
I do feel special when I come in the chat and I get the air horn. I won't lie.
Oh man. Yeah.
It's a different feeling for me though. Like to be able to bring my kids down there and show them certain things. And
Alright, this is my shit right here.
this is home to me. You know what I mean? Nowhere in the world feels like going home to me.
Yeah. It feels nice. I like bringing my kids home too. Actually, I brought them down
I'm
for
a real one.
Christmas,
I'm a real one.
And this isn't about me. You guys got to fight
Yeah,
on
alright.
Saturday
Shut
night.
that soft ass
and the
shit
best,
up.
and
and the best man.
Shut that soft.
I
That's
do
some soft
kind of
ass
see
shit.
what
Shut
Chris
that
was
soft
saying.
ass shit
Like
up. All that soft talking.
I do
know you
take
can
my
do
kids
it,
more
man.
to
You got.
places where I have good stories that I can tell them versus places where the stories ain't gonna be that good of a story. But
I
I mean,
told
I don't
you.
know. My kids are older too, though. So like, if I tell them, I tell them stuff too to like keep them on the straight path and tell them about some of my mistakes
Absolutely,
that I made. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
I give them
I don't
an
tell them everything. But I
yeah.
tell them a couple little mistakes I made. I can't tell them everything.
I give them an idea of who I was as a child, and at the same time, like because this is on a Scotian platform, I know some of y'all were rivals, but I consider you guys like I consider myself some of the best athletes I've ever played with, and most times I tell them almost like how the movie depicts it, so that they actually get an idea like how much talent I had, how much, you know, how much ability I had, and how young I was and didn't realize just because I didn't have parents around or no one to force me to do right was probably the main reason why I didn't make it. Regardless if I have parents around or not, I still would have had to do right. I still would have had to get up and want to do everything on a consistent. I still would have had to not want to be distracted with. I may not be the cool guy because I can fight or tell jokes or I'm just naturally funny, but I'm the cool guy because I play sports. I still would have got in that same fit in because I was naturally good at things. But like I try to break it down to show them talent wasted, which is why with my son I watch a lot of like feel good movies, but they failed. They had all the talent in the
Mm.
world and they didn't make it. I would Rebound, The Legend of Early Goat, Man Goat, Heaven is a Playground. Movies like that is what we watch before we go to anything where they write a script where the guy just makes it getting through all the hurdles because that's not that easy. And sometimes those stories are written in a little bit. But I know what it's like. And I know a lot of people coming from where we come from know what it's like. Like, yeah, we had good people around us. We had a good community around us for as far as it could be extensive to, like, support. But as far as, like, what it really would have took and what we all know now with this and technology era, man, nah, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It wasn't,
Mar,
yeah.
look at that look at that kid, man. That Mikey Williams, man. He was destined to do something with his life, man. And you know who I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what he is. I just don't speak on because I never really followed his career or anything that he
He
was
was good,
about.
man. The kid was good, bro. And then he decided to point a gun at some like I don't
Allegedly,
know why these kids that grow up in such
allegedly,
good neighborhoods with good families and opportunities.
allegedly.
Allegedly,
Allegedly, guys. Yeah.
you're right. Allegedly,
That's a
I
young
don't
brother. That's
understand
a
these kids
my bad.
have
But on
all
this
these
platform, I'm not gonna start ridiculing young brothers at all. Like until they say he did something, even then, you got to convince me somebody did something. It's always gonna be allegedly for me because I'm not just putting the
For
blame.
sure,
That's just me.
for sure.
That's just me.
He for sure. No, no, I get what you said. Well, all I'm saying is it's not only him. There's been other kids, man, that grow up in these good neighborhoods, good homes, great opportunities that want to pretend like they street, that they hood, that like it means something.
Let me
Like,
throw something at
man,
you though.
there's a lot of people I know that grew up in some of the neighborhoods I grew up in that would kill for an opportunity that you had.
Let me throw something at you when you're done because I want to ask you, do you ever see it from this side? Because I thought like that before until I looked at my own and I looked at some others. But go ahead.
I'm done. You say what you
You
gotta
for
say.
real? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
bounce this off both of you guys then. What about the child that's raised by someone like O or raised by someone like me? I may not be the most thuggiest, gangsters guy back in the day. I held my shit, but I may not have been the most of it. I definitely wasn't most of everyone we grew up with. But my children see my friends, the people I grew around, they heard stories, and they see what I'm like. So the culture that they hear me listening to the music, like I've been listening to my music since they were in the car seat in the back, playing with my phone, thinking they're doing something. You know what I mean? So the culture that I embraced and the culture that I'm cool with, like I wasn't gonna change my music or change my style and or anything like that. So I think sometimes it's not so much just they're in a nice neighborhood, but the gravity that the music, the TV, the movies, the glorifying, the gravity to that, the gravity of the nature of the gravity of that is, to me, that what I think has to be played into a role in my mind. Like, what about they got a dad that's about something? What if they got uncles and cousins that and things that are about something, and that's who they're around, and that's who helps them get there, and that's what they see, and it's the culture, because
Can't wait to answer this.
like I look at myself as somebody who went to school, played sports, even though everybody was in what they were into. I still kept playing sports. I never even had parents around. I don't care if mom or my father don't like what I'm saying. This is the truth. I didn't have parents around when I was going to high school. Not for my first year, not for my last year. And I still decided to go to school, but the influence of other people being around that were looking up, whether it was my older brother and my younger brother who was, doing their own thing, it didn't help my cause to be like, well, I can do both. You know what I mean? So I mean, I just think that just because somebody done something to get you out of it doesn't mean that you're mature enough to understand what they did, and it makes you not want to be your own man because you're looking at someone like I did, even your dad at a time. Like, he's someone who was self-made. He's a made man. Like, he made himself. Other people made themselves. I don't even want to throw no names though, because I don't want nobody
Hmm.
like that. But I'm just saying, there's people in this world that while I was playing football, and everyone remember me on the block with my football gear, and then one time it's on with my football gear and doing something and then running to practice. But what I'm saying is, some people like that have that man's mentality is like, I'm my own man. I got to get it myself. Yeah, it's cool that you can take care of me, but I can take care of myself too. And it's almost like that inner person wants to show somebody like, yo, I can do it too. Look, boom, I got it. And you almost fight with yourself and fight with that person, not realizing that person's fighting to protect you, and you don't realize you're fighting against protecting yourself. So for me, I think it could be a piece of that as well. That's just what I started thinking after a while when I put myself in that perspective. I may not have had the best homes to live in at the time, the best neighborhoods at the time, but it still doesn't say that somebody wouldn't think like me being put in the nicest areas of all. Like, my son decided he didn't want to live at home at 17. And I mean, for what? He's in a nice area, way nicer area I was in. Grew up in a better area, better, I wouldn't say better home per se, but a better home than what I did.
Now, what I'll say to that is, and to my father, I love you to death. You know I do. But with what you were saying, like I look at it like this. I tell my 16-year-old the same thing. You might have heard things that I've done or things that it sounds cool that I've done, but like at the end of the day, look at me. I bust my ass to make ends meet. You know what I mean? I bust my ass to give you the life that I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that for yourself.
But you're
You don't
talking.
all that all that street shit, man. It sounds cool, man, but it don't mean nothing in the end to nobody. And I don't care what anybody says. I'll tell that to anybody. I don't care what much work you put into it. It means absolutely nothing
Yeah, but
to
talking,
nobody.
but
At the end of the day.
even the way you're putting it down when you say, absolutely effing nobody, when you're talking to a young high
Excuse
headed,
me.
no,
Excuse
no,
me.
no, 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 I don't mind that I really don't mind. Like, I know YouTube is not too bad with the f bombs every now and again so far. And I don't care if you guys use it every now and again. It's just when it's repetitive. It's like, come on, man. We're way more intelligent than that. You don't get to sit down in this room and a table with all of us or be best buddies with all of us without being way more intelligent and needing a F bomb every third word. But I'm just saying, like,
Mm.
respect. I'm just saying, like, on some real shit though. Like, I don't I don't think talking to anybody under the age of maturity, and I say age of maturity because age of maturity can be different for everybody.
Yeah.
But if a child is 23 years old and he's still talking street shit, talking to him with the aggressiveness, or even telling him it ain't cool for nobody or anything like that, they're not mature enough to hear that. At the end of the day, it doesn't. They're not mature enough to hear that at that moment. So I don't feel like, even talking to certain children that way, like, anymore. It's more, for me, I try to reach them more by talking to them on their level, and then every time they say something about something that I know, like, yo, this dude's smart enough. I know if I throw it at him, like, so hold on, you telling me you gonna go sit out there on uni crack corner at 2 a.m. and you just hang with your friends, but they don't,
Yeah.
they ain't thinking you're doing nothing. Yeah, because, like, look, you know what? I don't even care. Okay, well, don't care. All right, well, but eventually, while they sitting on that corner at 2 a.m. getting paranoid after they smoke their joint with a pack in their hand, thinking like, no, they don't know what I'm doing. They're gonna start remembering. Like, come on, do you think they're that dumb? How long do you think this been going on?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I took a different approach now, and it's no longer like telling somebody not to do something that I've done, did, or somebody else done did, that been done before, been done to hell, and gonna be done again. I think sometimes, coming to their level and showing them that respect, because they're not dumb. It's just a mature level. You know what I mean? Like, trying to talk to them with, like, their same energy or that street energy. They got that energy on because they always ready for war. It's like I be saying in the games, and I be joking around. Free Smoke Junior, man. That's what they are. They ready. Their whole life is a battlefield. They on deck. They ready to go. So you talking to them like that, you just sound like an op, or you just heating the fire. But actually coming down and talking to them like a regular person and allowing them to feel like a regular person for once, I feel with, like, most youngins, it kind of, it kind of brings a different thing out of them, and it allows them to want to talk to you for once. Because, how many people are really talking to them? Their teacher, their principal, their coach,
No.
their mom, their dad. If somebody was talking to them, they'd have the conversation. But when you're not talking to somebody, someone goes and finds someone else to talk to.
No doubt.
So I feel like with youngins, as long as we keep in a conversation, at least I got their ear for a minute. At least I'm in that ear. And if I'm in that ear, maybe they're in scenarios where me and them talked. Yeah, I know they're going to smoke a joint, so I ain't going to harass them about smoking a joint. Yeah, they may drink a little bit of liquor, or what they say down there, a fifth of hand. But,
Mhm.
but
No, second.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I ain't trying to bother them about that, because they're going to do it anyways. But while they're doing those things, they're thinking about all the things, morality, that could literally put you in a worse place. You're not really going to get in that much trouble for smoking or drinking. But you're probably gonna get in a lot of trouble just sitting on that strip acting like ain't nothing what it is. So, like, for me, it's like, get them to think about what they're doing more than more than get them to think more than get them to think about more than getting them to think about anything else. That's just my perspective, man. Like, I ain't trying to, you know big I or little you anybody. I'm just saying, like, I can't take that approach. I found it didn't work, because it didn't work for me, and I know the three of us in here it didn't work for. I know for damn sure. Oh, gonna. I gotta say, I gotta drop one. Oh, we're gonna fuck somebody up a few times just because he ain't having nobody talk to him like that. I don't care how old you
No.
are, who you are to me, it ain't happening. It's like, bro, you 14, man. What you mean? That's the uncle. That's cousin. Man, I ain't hearing it, because who, what? I clanked the whole both of them. Like, you gonna clank somebody? Bro, you still saying clank. But yo, man, that's who we are when we're young, and man, it's all good. It's all good. But I think, and I ain't telling everybody what to do, but I'm just saying, like, maybe time to take different approaches, man. Like, the world is a bit sensitive, and if we want to redigress it and get people to understand that your sensitivities don't have to be a mask, man. Put the sensitivities away and just hear what
I
people are
hate
saying.
how sensitive the world is today, man. It drives me nuts.
I used to
Yeah.
I used to not like it. I used to really not like it, and then I realized I don't mind.
there's a lot of different things that I don't like about it. Um, so like, my daughter, this right now she's doing track and field, and she should have been the top competitor for her school in a lot of things, but because some kids weren't good at nothing, they let these kids perform. You know what I mean? And she's
Craziness.
just like her feelings was hurt behind
Of
that
course.
because she was like, I did better than them,
I put in the
and
work.
I tried to tell her like, that's just the world now. Like everybody got to be involved, and even if you ain't no good at something, they still gonna try to make you feel like you're good at something. Like
Yeah.
That ain't fair though.
it's
That
weird,
ain't
man.
fair. You
Yeah,
want to
and
talk
they
about
fair, man.
fair? That's not fair. If a kid worked harder than everybody else to do something, that's like a kid working his butt off to get valedictorian, and everyone that tried to get valedictorian, you just gave it to them because they tried. No, man, I
Yeah,
worked my butt off to get here to do what. Nah,
yeah,
man, you can't just give a trophy to this person. Like that's crazy. Because what do we set these kids up
crazy.
I
for when they get older?
check this out.
Everybody gets a participation trophy at work? No.
But this is this is
Mine.
this is crazy though. Check this out. This is crazy. I remember being young and playing mini ball. And if you're on the mini ball team, and if you can remember that far back, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name names though. Trust me. Later on, when we start doing this and we do this a little more often, I'll drop names of some of the stories. But this story, I ain't gonna drop a name. But I remember all of us made the team, and I say us as in my first 6 months of ever playing basketball. The most I did was played in gym class at the end of the year and played at the Y all summer and went to a basketball camp down St. Mary's. Went tried out for Stevie D's team, made it. Oh, you were on the team. You were definitely on the team.
Yeah,
That was when we had Adrian Sparks on the team.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
My God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
100%. So yeah. So the story keep going. Now there was a guy in the neighborhood that we all hung out with that we were cool with. Got cut. Started crying. Cried to their parents. Cried to their parents, and all of a sudden they reemerged back on the basketball team. Now
yeah,
here's where I think equal play does come into fair play and be cool. That guy loved basketball. Tried and worked harder than I did, and actually truly was brought in a family of basketball players. Like it was pretty much destined that he was next up. Him and his cousin next to him. Now they my cousins too.
hmm
They probably relate to you guys too. But dude wasn't better than me. He just worked harder and wanted to be a basketball player. Where I just only played basketball because I wanted to hang out with my friends that were all playing ball that year. Some were younger, some were
yeah,
older. But I made the team where I shouldn't have because my heart wasn't at basketball. It wasn't until the mid of that year that my heart was at basketball when I started really having fun and enjoying it. But I just went and tried out because you were trying out and a few other guys that I hung out was trying out. But I think that guy getting to be on the team and getting a chance to come back was actually pretty cool because
It's different.
he was
You-
young.
You're talking. You're
yeah,
talking about
yeah, yeah,
natural
yeah. No
talent.
doubt,
You're talking about
no
natural
doubt, no doubt.
talent compared to
Yeah,
people working hard. It's
but
completely different.
it's
You could
still, yeah, it's still different. Yeah, it's still
He
different.
worked his
like
ass
Michael
off,
Jordan. Michael Jordan worked hard at playing baseball, but he sucked.
but he
You know
worked
what I'm
his
saying?
ass off. And when I say worked his ass off, he was trained to play basketball with his family. And I felt like it wasn't that he wasn't good enough to be on the team. It was just that I could jump a little higher and I was a lot faster.
But that's what I'm saying. Natural talent is different though. Like I'm talking about kids that suck.
Overall to the
That
story, he ended
suck.
up. Overall to the story, he did end up technically sucking within the next 2 or 3 years, not being that good, no matter how hard he worked and stopped playing ball.
See?
Meanwhile, I went on to do very good things with basketball, even though, yeah. So I do get it, but I played football with a guy. We both tried out for provincial. He didn't make it. I did. He was number one guy in the season, and they ended up cutting somebody else outside of me to bring that guy back on the team because of some complaints. So I seen fair play not work in both sides and not work on both sides, and I understand they trying to mean well, but I'm gonna I gotta get after saying all that I gotta give an opinion. My opinion is honestly I don't like it. I tried to play the advocate because you both were against it, but I don't like it, and I do really do think that like if you're allowing everybody to play and have fun, if a coach picks a team, a coach should be allowed to pick a team. It's too much giving hands on to the children that should be guaranteed, and I should be included automatically to where some people don't understand how sports were actually able to work for children back in the day. Like it was an honor to be able to represent the community or the team or to wear the jersey or to be a part of it. And now it's like it's automatic.
Yep.
Everyone makes it. Everyone gets to play. It doesn't matter. And it's like yeah, but don't 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 you think that like there should be some standard to if they should be? It's like saying a child doesn't have to come to class, but he can still play on the basketball team.
This is
That
what I'm
rule,
saying.
that rule's still in effect. You know what I mean? Like you're not
Yeah.
failing any children, but they can't be on the team if they don't have a certain amount of grades and if they're not going to class every day. Like to me, the reason why is just the same way that I could throw the monkey wrench in and say why I think fair play sometimes work. It's like it's not going to work for everybody. It's always going to have a yin and a yang effect. Like it's always going to go back and forth. And I think the original way of doing things was if you're good enough, you make the team. For one, it made people work harder, and for two, yeah, they had leagues that if you weren't good enough, there was a B team, a C team. It didn't mean any less of you. It just meant you're developing. It meant you're getting better. And if you worked hard enough, maybe from the B team, you will make the A team. And I also feel it because, like, when I'm dealing with my son, I mean to take the floor. But when I was dealing with my son playing ball this year, and my thought was he shouldn't make an A team for junior high. He should definitely make a B team, which give him some players that he can play against on his level, and he'll be able to go there on the court and actually be somewhat productive and actually like basketball and want to really work hard to, do it all over again. But there is no B team. Everyone makes the team except for in this league they did cut players and he actually made the team, and it still bothered me because I was like, man, I would have rather him play on a B team, man, because he would have been on the court and he would have got the experience. And it's crazy to say that he did get the experience, but then it brought me to my other point. I wouldn't want to be him on that court playing against all those giants and all those big guys that can bust me and get to the hoop, because now I'm going to lose confidence and I'm not going to really want to do anything, and I'm just going to let things go by and scared to get embarrassed. Like, do you know getting crossed over or blocked is a huge deal now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Because they don't know how to act.
They don't know how to act, though. They worse than us
They
back in the
don't
day. They worse than us
yeah,
back in
they
the
don't
day.
know how to act.
Doing toppies and stuff. They worse than us telling people they too little. He's too little. I gotta get that one on the stream deck. but like, I get it, man. I get it. But at the same time, man, it's like you can't let that shit bother you. You
No,
can't.
you got to brush that off. That's a part of the game. It's a part of
Yes,
the game.
yes. Because
You get blocked. People get by you. That's like you can't get around that. That's a
I
part of playing basketball.
I stayed telling my son, LeBron James got blocked, didn't he? Durant got blocked, didn't he? Okay, then.
Yeah,
So then, what if they can get blocked? Why can't you? You're better than them.
yeah, man.
What?
No, that's a
Jordan
part of
got
it, man.
crossed
Like,
over. AI
Yeah,
crossed him. Oh,
yeah.
like it
Every
happens.
yeah,
Part of the
everybody
game.
that's a part of the game, man.
everybody get cooked.
Yeah.
Everybody get
Yeah,
cooked.
straight up. Yeah, free smoke. Yeah.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up though. That's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, I won't lie though. Like sometimes when I realize like what I gotta do for how young I think I am for having children, at times I'm like, man, this isn't. I don't even think I should be the dude to be giving this advice. I don't think I'm saying it right. But when you see the turnaround in the little guy, or you see the turnaround in like your little girl, man, it's like maybe I am built to give this advice. It just comes natural because you care enough to make sure you want to set somebody off on the right path. So I personally would say, man, children deserve to be dealt with properly, man. And if you don't have the right intentions and doing it with your heart, stay away from it and let somebody else do it. That
Yeah, for sure.
because I mean that fair play stuff is cool, but make sure you're doing it properly. Like if
I was
everybody
gonna say something,
go
but
ahead,
I'm gonna keep that to myself. Nah,
what?
I'm gonna keep that one. Nah, it's controversial, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Well, as long as it's not like anything that can get us canceled or anything, it's
It
like
it possibly could, so I'm not gonna say
no,
it.
then
Yeah.
don't. Because
Yeah.
honestly, like for the most part, like I'm one of them type of people that will never deny that I have my own political, religious, and all these other views. But
Mm-hmm.
this is a digital world, not a physical plane. A digital world. You get my digital personality. You don't get my physical personality. That's for my loved ones, my people close to me, people that can touch me, people I call up and I let them know things that have gone wrong, because they're not going to judge me and turn their back on me, knowing my past and knowing everything, knowing a lot more about me. Like I feel like when it's like people like you guys in real life, I've called and consoled both of you guys in real life, and that's because I literally grew up with you guys, right? But the difference that you guys get that physical nature because you guys will actually forgive me, or you guys will actually know, like, I know he's not a bad person. I know where his heart really is. In the digital world, nobody knows that, and I don't expect nobody.
Right.
I don't expect nobody to give me that blindly. I expect to earn that. So there's certain things that I choose not to share with them because they're not in my physical world right now. They're in my digital world. Like I would never see somebody in the chat say, "Hey, so and so, welcome to the chat. So what's your height and what's your bra size?" You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that, would you?
No.
No,
Okay then.
no, it's not a thing.
Or someone come in your chat just to be a little bit more PG. Hey, so are you married? Not like, come on, man. Ring my doorbell and take your shoes off before you come in my house. Like,
Straight.
don't just straight come in and start grabbing glasses of Kool-Aid. It's crazy. It's shit. It's shit. That's what I'm saying. For real talk,
The
though.
analogies are the best.
I'm
I love
just,
it.
I'm just saying, man.
No,
Real
you
talk.
ain't coming. Yeah, don't even touch the fridge.
What? Lose that hand? What?
Yeah, don't touch the
You
fridge.
better
Just come in and sit down. Like you said, take your shoes off.
ring my
Have a
doorbell,
seat.
take your shoes off, say hello when you come in the house, have a seat, and be asked if you want something. Then you
Yeah.
can start moving. Matter of fact, if I'm not in the room, keep clapping so I know you ain't stealing nothing. No, man, for real though. Like, I'm just, that's just me, man. But you guys know I'm gonna try to have fun with this. I just had to really loosen up. But we gotta have fun with this, man. We're gonna try to do this every week. Like, I'm thinking maybe like a Sunday might be a good time to try to do this. If because I don't know what you guys' schedule is, but I'd like to try to do it once a week and then try to ramp it up a little bit more. Because
Yeah,
I feel like the time like around 9 o'clock. I feel like 8 or 9 o'clock is a perfect time. Most people
Yeah.
here are calming down. Most people in Toronto are just finishing up supper. Most people in Montreal just finishing up supper. Then you get into like Central Canada where and so on and so forth. But I think it's a good time for like most adults. I don't really feel like we're gonna have a child's show.
right.
If you get what I'm saying, like I think children will watch, but I don't think a child's coming to watch. Like you're not. If you're a child, you're gonna stay out of the chat. You're not gonna want to. And it's not because you're not allowed. You're definitely allowed. You're more than welcome. And if you're gonna troll, be funny.
This might not be your flavor of Kool-Aid, that's all.
If you're gonna troll, be funny.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh
Make me
no,
laugh.
because you will get flamed. Cause not in here. Oh my God, that could be
He
suicide
got
for
cooked.
you.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
No,
He
flame
got
on too.
cooked.
Well, I say that because like most of the conversation gonna be grown man talk, and yeah, a lot of it's gonna be silly laughter, foolishness, movie quotes. But when it come down to it, it's grown man talk, and I don't mean man as in male and male. I mean male as in man as in man and female, humankind. It's gonna be an adult conversation. Like it's gonna be more for adults to want to talk. Like the pepperoni conversation. A child can have that conversation, but a troll can't.
Hmm.
A child, man, I could literally been 14 watching YouTube if we had that back in the day, and telling somebody about some pepperoni and how to mess up some pepperoni real quick. What?
Mm.
I can join that chat, but the second I started getting trolly, you know what it reminds me of though? Seriously, that what this here would remind me of though. What I feel, like when I first visioned wanting to do this shit. You guys ever go on the corner when all the old heads are on the corner back when you're younger, and you want to hang around and you're cool for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you say something stupid
Yeah,
you really
yeah,
shouldn't have said.
yeah. Go on now, because ain't nobody here at the table that your age or something
Yeah,
like that.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
yeah,
Goodbye.
yeah.
See ya. Oh, the worst, the Square Town one, man. Scotian Square Town one is see ya. But I
See
Yeah,
did.
ya,
see ya.
100%.
But I
Yeah,
did see
Yeah.
ya. But I
See ya.
but I did
See
see
ya.
ya. But I didn't see ya.
See
What I
ya.
say? Now I said see ya, right?
yeah.
No, already.
Cuz gonna come over here and start talking about something I didn't mean to. Cuz knew what he was doing. I tell him see you
Yeah.
twice. I would give him one
Yeah.
more. Yeah, that type of shit. Just shit, man. Like, but dead serious. That's what it would remind me of. Like, come on, cuz like you always coming around up here acting a fool. See, now we let you sit around for a little bit every time, and then you go ahead and cross lines. So you don't know when to shut up. That's the type of shit it would remind me of. But I hope like we able to grab a community, man. We able to grab everything, cause this like I was gonna throw it out there on Facebook, and I know people would have joined. Definitely came in and chilled and chat, but y'all see the format, man. Like it's just a blank screen. It's just our phone, well, not our phone, our screen from our cameras or our screen from our computers or our phones. I want to try to use like a capturing device, or not a capturing device, but I want to try to get like maybe pictures of the city, old school pictures, or maybe even find like old school videos that people don't mind us using to try to run in the background until we start going camera. Like, um, I just have to set. I just have to set my shit up. I still got the camera you gave me, Rico.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're set up to go live on camera anytime. I don't know if you want to do camera. Oh,
After the 15th, because man, I'm moving. So after the 15th, we good to go.
yeah. I want to do a few more of
Camera
these. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do a few.
now.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no.
Oh,
I want to do like maybe 2, 3 more weeks of just going in, trying to get our schedule together. Because I think this here is a pretty good flow. Like, I don't think anybody's really over top of nobody or pushing nobody. I think like the conversation, it's definitely good conversation. Like, and I don't expect it to be any more, any less. Like, I think this is cool. Just sitting around having a conversation, talking back and forth, shooting the shit, reminiscing about home, being a parent. Like, we just talked about being human, like growing from small to old to where we are today. So I think it's good conversation, but I think having more like discussion topics and shit like that. I learned how to work the overlays and all that, and I know if you guys want it, I can probably do a little bit of art and some magic, and every time we have a different discussion topic, I can have it like pop up on the screen, so like it would be in the middle of whatever's there, and that would be the topic that they would see.
right.
We just have to know the topic. I go in earlier before we start the stream, lay it down, put it in the software, and when we start, I just click one of my hotkeys here. I'm learning. See how much I'm learning, Suave.
Yeah.
I click one of my hotkeys, and there it is. You like that, my dude? You like that, Yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah, yeah, I did that.
You're
My,
funny. Hey, you're a funny dude. You're a funny dude, Keith, man.
really? I don't even be trying to be funny at the time. I
He
try to be
said, "Really?
silly.
Like, stop it!" Like,
I try to be more. I try to be more silly than I try to be funny. I think my funniness is more funny, like trying to clown me and me coming back at you with jokes. I think I'm more funny with like clowning people. I don't. I think like the shit I say be silly to be like, did this guy really just say that? Like nobody would have. Okay, he said it. An idiot. I don't think I'm like make you laugh funny because the way he said it, it made it seem like you think I can do stand up. You know what I mean? Like, you think I get in showbiz? No,
I
man.
mean, that's part of what stand up is now, man. A lot of these people think they funny, so they try to heckle real comedians, man.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would
Okay.
do well with that.
No, I would not want to, man. I like the art. I don't think any comedian deserves to be heckled.
Absolutely not. But
No.
a lot of people have opinions, right? A lot of people think that their opinions matter at certain times when they don't.
Yeah,
That's the
but
problem.
I mean,
If how you gonna pay to come to my show and then try to outshine me at my show? What's
Right.
wrong with you?
well, you lost the second you gave me your money. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that's what I mean. You paid to be here. Shut up.
yeah, but not we're not going back and forth. You chose to be here. You paid to be here. I have nothing to say to you, kind sir. Enjoy the show.
I would look at him. I would look at him crazy. Like, I don't have to be here. I got paid already. I could leave.
Okay.
You lost your money twice.
Well, to be
Right?
You
that
paid no show.
And then I tell everybody, hey, I'm leaving, and it's because of this guy right here in the front, and I'm
Now
walking
you got a
off.
real problem.
But then you have those crowds that can really turn on you and be like, oh, so you're that weak of a comedian that you're like, this guy running you out of the building. So, you know what I mean? For me, it would be like, you know what? I'm just going to continue my regular scheduled program. If you guys think what he's saying funny, just pay attention to him. If y'all paid to come see him, just pay attention to him. He's putting on a show over there. Him and his no ticket sales. But anyways,
Mm.
he paid a ticket to use my crowd to make jokes. Cool guy. Cool guy. Let's stop until he's done, guys. I'll start anytime you guys want me to start. You guys got to tell him to shut up. That's how you get the crowd against him. Really. You want me? You want me to tell a joke? Tell him to shut up. Tell him he's not allowed to say nothing again.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Your old boy beat up.
I can't tell a joke.
Then you gotta look for the biggest dude in the crowd.
Man, you know how I feel. I'm from the city where the skinny brothers survive. Nah, I'm looking for the. I'm looking for the. I'm looking for the medium to slim type built quiet guy in the crowd that don't find shit all funny. Hey, my
Oh
dude.
God.
With the hoodie on.
Yeah,
With the hoodie on.
hoodie on, and then black Air Forces. Hey, my dude, Air Force. Let me let me smell around something right quick. Let me tell you something right quick. I know you came for a show and you don't look impressed. That's why. I can't. I would tell a joke, but I'm not good at talking when other people are talking. Ask anyone I grew up with. Fight my best friends over it. I'm not good at talking when other people are talking. It bothers me. So I need somebody else to bang this guy over real quick. If I do it, he'll sue me for all my no money. I'm a comedian.
Right?
I'm a comedian. I ain't got no money, bro. That's why I'm here doing shows. Come on. I punch this guy, I'll have less than no money. Then I can't be nowhere doing shows. I have to do time to pay off my debt.
So,
For real though, like I don't know, man. I think everybody has a talent though. I just think some people aren't given the encouragement to let it out.
That's true. That is a fact.
Cause like, you ever notice how much different I am now streaming the video games than what I used to be?
I do.
Yeah, man. Like I just got that. I just now I'm in more of a flow. Like it's natural to me. Before it was really like monotone. Didn't want to say nothing. Wouldn't say nothing until I seen somebody in the chat and everything else. So like, I think, and that doesn't mean I don't think I'm that talented. I just think that like I'm more comfortable with it. But it showed me that your talent isn't just what you think it is. You know what I mean? Cause
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like young my like I'm talking about young you. Like there was a time where I wouldn't even allowed to hang out.
ah, yeah, but that was a different person that thought he was cooler than what he was. I had to
I
realize.
mean, I think we've all been there because I used to think the same thing. I used to think I was too cool for people. Don't
Yeah,
know where I got it from, but
yeah, but like that was that was like around times me and you was hanging too. Oh, like I remember like we was going to the buskers in the black tournament and shit like that. Around times he was down home and you know.
yeah.
I don't even want to name no names, but yeah, that was around them times. Oh shoot! I remember. I think it was. I think one time around that time. I think the time he remembers. One time Rico remembers the best when I wrote my white suit. Because I remember I used to get mad because you always had the coolest.
oh yeah.
But Obi was one of those guys that always had the coolest shit, man. His gear was telling you what they call it, drip. His drip was on point at all time, man. My dude always had the toughest shit on. And you know, I didn't have very much money, so I was lucky if I had something on that didn't already get messed up from me being out all early in the day. So it's not like I could have went in the house and grabbed something new. I had brothers and sisters to share with, so I try to get the clothes early before anybody else can get them. And once they're on, man, I'm susceptible to make a mess. I'm ready to go play baseball and basketball in them and shit. But I remember one time we was going down there. I went to Laos to try to catch up with you. He was in the building, all right. Yeah, wasn't that his host though? Yeah, yeah. I think in the parking lot, waiting for me.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, the underground parking lot, waiting for me.
We spent a lot of time in that underground parking lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, it knows us very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we spent a lot of time in that underground parking lot, man.
Shout out to the North Muse.
Yeah. Big one up to Hamilton Lane, man. Hamilton Lane, the Muse,
Oh shoot!
the
Yeah,
Muse.
I think it was like right around. Might have been right around that time or just before. But I could have sworn it was around those times. I remember, I liked that suit because it was like one of the coolest things I got. And Obi had like every day of the summer he had something to do on that was tough every day. Yes.
I
Every day.
wouldn't. I didn't have it like that. Now,
Yeah, you
come on,
did,
man.
man.
Like,
Yeah, you did, man. Yeah, you did.
no, I didn't have it like that. Like, come on, B.
Him and Greg last what? The boys had all the gear, all day, every day, all the time, man.
Yeah. I remember the.
Yeah, man. Them boys had it
Yeah,
all, man. They had it all. But there's some people that were
that
like
guy ain't
that.
never. He ain't never coming home, is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Them some bad
yeah,
charges for me to think that though.
yeah. It's horrible, man. I don't understand stuff like that. How guys go from being like how it was to doing something like that. That don't make sense to me. I don't be believing that.
Like I told you, I'm done with the this brother did this and that. It's allegedly, man. No
Yeah,
more.
I don't be believing that.
No more. I realize we don't even really get or really well we do get it, but we don't actually go over like case files and anything. I think something on a separate topic I wanted to bring up that I think we should talk about is like as much as we don't like the legal system in our communities, plural, how involved are we in knowing what goes on in the legal system in our communities, plural?
Or not.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just a question, and hopefully, people think for a minute, and we start realizing like not knowing something doesn't make it okay for us to continue to ignore what's going on, but want change. And I'm guilty of it too. 100% guilty of it. I like to look into law and study law and figure different things out about law, but as far as looking into the legal system in my back door, in my backyard, I never do it. Makes you wonder, man. Makes you wonder. Do I be getting too deep for you? Oh, because you be getting quiet and shit, man.
Man, probably tired.
No, man. If I'm being honest, bro, I'm over here eating these edibles, man, and they're starting to really kick in.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Well, we going on we
He
going
means
on.
like his edible food.
Yeah, I know. What type of time you guys want to do? Because we only in an hour and a half right now. I know we started at 9, kind of got carried away, got away from us, and nah, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Ace.
yeah,
Shout out to Ace, man. It's just a practice run, man. You know the door is always open. We just want to get business done, man.
yeah. AC though, man.
We just want to get work done. I mean, it's now almost 12 o'clock. We probably be able to end right at 12 on the dot Scotian time. And we do get a Discord. I did throw that link at the bottom of it. I probably should have announced that right away. But if y'all want to get in touch with us and join the Scotian room, man, hit that Discord link. Come be part of the community, man. Grow with us. Have some Scotian talk. Because we know the Scotians are all around the world. That was like our opening convo. And I'm probably going to try to open with that one all the time. Like how spread out we are for coming from such a small place in Canada, man.
I mean, look at the room right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Already,
We covering the whole stretch of Canada. You know what I mean? So like,
already.
really.
Yeah,
But I'd like to know like how long you guys think is a good amount of time to like do this? Because I mean, you guys can say like hour and a half is cool now, but I
No,
feel
I think like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour is probably what we should be doing.
I'm gonna sit back and let you guys think on that one real quick. Yeah.
yeah. Let me. That seems reasonable, though. I mean, me and you sit on the phone for that long, no problem, right? Yeah. That sounds manageable. Having other people to add in on it,
Yeah,
on the conversation.
I throw it at you like this, man. Sometimes I'm doing my stream, and every stream I've done is scheduled for 2 hours. No joke. Every stream I've ever done was scheduled for 2 hours. I have some that went for 8 hours. And the reason why is because as your community grows and as interest grows,
Right.
so does the conversation. So
So
we can limit ourselves for 2.5 hours. But I feel like just the conversation we had now, like some of the things that we say in and out, I feel like we had like maybe just 10 people, maybe 8 people in that chat. The conversations that we spoke about would have been expanded a whole lot more.
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because other people, like you guys said, everyone has an opinion, so other people's opinions would have jumped in, and certain topics instead of it being 30 minutes or, let's say 15 minutes because we all had a 5 minute little segment on it, it might end up being 30 minutes or 45 minutes because other people chime in and we all want to answer back, and then you'll have people that because we're regulars and we're always on here, people that will always ask our opinions on certain things. Like people may find out that Rico answers a lot of the construction questions. People may find out that when it comes to like global international information, you may answer a lot of that because you travel a lot. And then maybe sports
Yeah.
stuff, I answer a lot of that. So you have people that may direct certain questions to either one of us. So I'm just thinking, I would say set the tone for 3 hours, but look for that not to be a thing until there's actually a chat going. And I say that because most streams I have are set for 2 hours, and if it's not that good of a game or it's not a good time that people show up, it normally ends up being about 2 hours, 3 hours, because there are new people that come in that are talking, and it's hard to just turn away from people. But I think us getting together, and probably on like a Sunday or a Monday, just talking about it instead of going live. And unless you guys feel like we can write something in the Discord or whatever, man. But I didn't mind this. I thought this was cool. Like, yeah, we were all over the place, but we just wanted to see what we could do out here. Just have a basic conversation, just organic conversation, man. This is Scotian slang. That's what we do. You got
Well, because you said before too that you could never have conversations or whatever, and they would get stopped and whatever, right? So like at least now too, we know that we can do this. What was that you said? An hour and a half?
yeah,
We can do an hour and a half, no problem at all, right?
yeah,
But we didn't even, yeah, like you said, we're just kind of rambling. Like if
yeah.
we had things written down and then like you know what I mean, bulletins and things written down, like we could stretch that thing.
100%, and that's why I was really talking about, like, if we had structure, because I mean that's why I said, like, we're an hour and a half in, and we were able to just have quiet air the whole time. Imagine if we had some structure going on. Like, we just jumped in. Like, for those of you who may not know, if you're watching later down the road, we just jumped in and started talking, and you may not know what went on behind the scenes before we started talking, but we were able to produce this much content of conversation. I don't think the conversation was that bad. I don't like to listen to my own voice, so I probably never will listen to this over. But you guys let me know if you guys watch it over, man. I hate hearing my voice, man.
Yeah, no, it depends. I'm 50-50 because I used to like my voice when I rap, but sometimes my voice when I'm hearing recordings just talking, I'll be like, yeah.
But, but yeah, no, if you guys are cool with an hour and a half for today, man, unless you guys want to take up another a half an hour, I'm cool with it. If you guys got a topic or anything you guys want to talk about, we can. But for the people that may be watching later, man, trust me, definitely be a lot more structured, especially if you thought this was structured. None of this was planned or structured other than the date and the time. And we were an hour late. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your guys' call, man. I enjoyed it, to be honest, man. This is actually pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, man. And like I said, I can imagine it'd be a lot funner. Like, for me, I didn't put no algorithm to it. Like, I did it purposely where there was no real hashtags other than in the title. There was no, like, direction. I just left it on entertainment, public, no thumbnail, no nothing. I'll probably add a thumbnail to it tomorrow or something to dress it up a little bit. Add some, something in the description and everything else. But yeah, I'll send it to you guys if you guys don't know how to find it. Well, Rico, you know how to find it, don't you?
Absolutely.
You know how to find it, though?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I hope you can figure it out. It might be hard for you to figure it out. Okay, so if you look on the Discord, I'm pretty sure I posted it on the Discord. You should be able to find it there. Yeah, I did.
On Discord.
Yeah, Discord. It's under live streams.
Yeah, the streams.
Yeah, like, technology is new to me, man. Like,
Old.
I just find technology new, man. Like, we say that, but we ushered in technology. The computer lab
You
started with
said you,
us.
you said you posted on the Discord. I still don't see what you're talking about, man.
It's in videos and live streams.
Where at, man?
Click the little purple thing on the side, left side, the little purple thing that says Scotian slang, and then when it goes
Yeah.
through when you go through like the hashtags, you'll see like the video, and
Well,
it should have like a red icon beside it.
Hashtags.
yeah, the hashtags with the names beside it. Like, where you found us talking at? The picture I showed you how to find us talking?
Yeah.
You see all the different, like, hashtags with, like, the lounge, all that different stuff. Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
One will say
Yeah.
video and live stream right under the playground.
Lounge. I don't see video and live stream.
Oh, that's locked. No wonder why no one can see his shit.
Oh, gosh.
I just realized that.
He set you up for failure.
You're right. I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, man, look, these guys acting like it's something hard. Like,
I just remembered when I looked at the videos that were on there why it was locked, right? Can you find it now? If you ever want to, if Have you
What you
ever
got it under? Videos and notification?
movies? Yeah, I did have it under videos notifications, but his account's new, so he wouldn't be able to see it. I think Ace's is new too, so he wouldn't be able to see it either. That's why I moved it. You see it under movies?
I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That hit the subscribe and make it easier for you to be able to find it. You'll know when we're going live and doing videos and bringing new things to you. Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Discord can be a little bit crazy, man. But for me, like I try to tell people when we first started this to try to like learn it. If you ever want to get someone's attention, man, put the @ first in the first letter of what their name is, man, and click on their name and then write your message. It makes things so much easier for you. So much easier for you. Trust me on that.
Yeah. When you're like in chats, talking to people and stuff.
Yeah, like see where you went to go see movies or where you were in
Yeah.
Discord to talk to us. If you put
Yeah.
you put @ and then type B, Butch Cassidy will come up and then just hit my name. And anything you write, anytime you do that, it will tell my phone that there's a message directly for me. Other than that, it's just a message to the platform. Like I tell people that all the time because one thing that's not cool in Discord is all these attentions to everybody and all these extra, notifications to your phone going off because somebody wants you to look at their dog. Yeah, they're cute. The puppies are
Oh,
cute and all that stuff. I get it, but like, it does become a problem when people just keep pinging and pinging and pinging, and I don't say nothing to nobody when it's their Discord, but on ours, I don't want it just to keep pinging because at everybody, I want to go live at everybody. I'm actually thinking about going live at everybody, and every time I do that, you'll get a ping, 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 ping. I ain't got time for that shit.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I really ain't got time for that shit. But nah, man, like I said, I think we'll do all right as far as like conversation, laughter, banter, all that shit. Like I think everything will be just fine, man. I think as long as we stay to schedule, as long as we're on, I would have definitely dressed it up and made a thumbnail and everything, and sent it to you to the Facebook because that's what I did the first time, and like people just chewed it up. And right now we're just sitting down talking. Imagine how many people on your Facebook haven't talked to you but say what's up to you.
Mm.
And imagine how many of those people sit down and watch TikTok videos and YouTube videos and all those other videos all day. And now they got a live stream with you on it where we can just talk Scotian whenever we want. Shit, we can go get a donaire any day and put it on live and let people see the donaire and what we do.
I wish.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot we can do with this. And
Yo, Ace can make some banging donaires, man.
yeah, we try to promote
They're
it on
good.
here.
They're good. I'll give them that, yeah, for sure.
Try to promote it on here, man. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I said, man. There's so much that we can do with the platform to reconnect the province and actually make things, a little bit more of a platform. Because I
Right.
mean, I wish personally, I wish if I was when I was away that there was something like this where I can go in the chat and chat with other Scotians, and then only to find out that like, yo, jump in the Discord. Next segment, we'll do an open panel where mostly anybody will pick a few people that can just come in and just have an open talk like we did the first stream. Like I don't mind like doing that type of shit either. Oh, like we control it. Like they can come in and act as much as they want, but the second they act out, it's really easy to use a button. A button will stop all that shit, real quick, quick fast. But just think about it. Like I'll throw the name out because I got a lot of love for him. Gabe. I could see someone like Gabe finding out that there's a Scotian slang channel where we just sit around and talk Scotians and back in the day, and there's just a lot of funny banter. And I can see him.
Yeah.
I can see him jumping in and actually having a conversation back and forth, and we get him up on here and talk about his experience. And for once, and at that point, people realize like, yeah, this is a grown folks' place, but we do want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like there are some values that you can get out of it because not all the time are we sitting around the streets or we hanging around and it's all about just silliness or gangsterness. Like a lot of it is like when you said we're on the phone for 2 hours, we barely talk anything if it isn't like history, knowledge, wealth, generational wealth, growth, business. Like it's a plethora of things and none of it's really negative. It's all on how we can better ourselves now at this age.
Right.
That's 90% of me and your conversation, and same with Rico. And I mean, we can still do that and still have fun. I mean, most of our conversation was like that today. And what's crazy is that I like about this that I want to watch back, but I want to hear my voice because I feel like I speak too much. Um, like when we talk, like not there wasn't too much shit that was silly. You know what I mean? Like when I say it was a good conversation, I felt like it was a good conversation. Like there wasn't too much like just silly, foolish shit that's just we're just saying to say it. Like when I told you guys about the pepperoni and roasting it like an actual hot dog, and then putting that shit on a bun with some onions, shit sound delicious. Now, if I drove y'all down Nova Scotia, gave you guys some pepperoni like that, wouldn't you want to try it? Hell yeah, you want to try
For
that.
sure.
Shit yeah,
Yeah.
you would. Hell yeah, you
Shit.
would. Shit yeah, you would. Hell yeah, you would.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like even conversations like those are conversations that Scotians are gonna have. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, I'm saying it ahead of time. You guys are gonna want to have that conversation. I asked you guys, what's the best way to eat pepperoni? You guys are all gonna have a way out there to tell me how you want to eat your pepperoni, and you feel like as a Scotian, you're privileged to say it. Everyone should listen to you because hey, I lived down home for how many? I'm still here. Like, what are you doing? But don't lie though, Swab. You try to be telling us how to eat a donair today. Am I wrong?
Absolutely.
But I'm still here. I know what we do with the donair today.
See, the thing about me though is like when I come home, I literally will eat a donair a day. Like I literally go to Randy's on a Grigla every day. You know I do. I don't have to explain it. You've seen me do it. Like
I
I
chauffeured you
drive
to
past
it.
my father's house when I get there. I drive past everybody and I go right to Randy's every time I go home, unless
Yeah,
Dad picks me up.
definitely go to Randy's first.
The ritual, Square Town ritual.
Yeah,
You always
I
want to.
have to.
Oh,
See, I try to tell people though, I didn't grow up eating Randy's.
now I need a
I was only
donair.
until AAA closed down when I started going to Randy's. Because AAA was the first place I ever got a donair from. Most people
And
won't know what AAA is.
I don't remember getting the donairs too top. I remember always getting the pizza with the pepperoni and cheese pizza with the donair sauce on it. That's what I remember getting from Triple A's.
I won't lie, man. I was gonna say that like that donair sauce that people don't get. Like I know in different parts of the world people use mainly like I think it was like Montreal and Toronto. I think it was that where I seen them use a lot of garlic sauce on almost
Yeah,
everything, and it's delicious. Don't get me twisted. Some garlic sauce and fries is straight up. Like the other
doesn't
day,
belong on
Yeah.
that though.
the other day I was streaming and I got someone to go get me a shawarma from. I'm not even gonna shout that out like they should be ashamed of themselves. But I went and got myself a shawarma or they got me a shawarma and they didn't realize that I eat my shawarma with rice. And I knew they were tired. I knew it was like a long day. So I was saying to myself, at the end of the day, it was at the end of the day it must have been really, really, really like just hard day on them. So I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to tell them like, yo, I don't really eat a shawarma with fries, man. I normally like my shawarma with a rice so I can put everything in the patty,
Yep.
roll it up like it's a wrap. I like to tear my shit in half, right? But they're looking at me like they did a bad thing, and I'm in my mind like, no, no, actually, I don't really mind right now. I'm just hungry, and the garlic sauce and fries is on point. So, but the donair sauce and fries, I don't know. I think donair sauce and fries is better, man.
Ah, absolutely.
Like I'm yet to see something that a donair sauce doesn't work with. Almost,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
it's universal, man. It's a universal food. I mean, universal
Pretty
sauce.
amazing stuff.
Guys, it's like Space Jam, Michael Jordan special stuff. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, it's up there. It should be up there with the ketchup and mustard condiment. It should
Absolutely.
it should push over mayonnaise and Miracle Whip and relish. It should push those over. I don't know this mayonnaise stuff. Like, what is it with mayonnaise? Is there a flavor that I'm missing here on mayonnaise? Like, what the hell?
Mayonnaise is good in tuna salad, potato salad.
Tuna salad for
Nah,
sure. Yeah.
I'll go with Miracle Whip. I like that zangy zip.
I like Miracle Whip way better. Might be honest with you.
That
I
shit
like
tastes so
Miracle Whip
much
way
better
better.
in tuna and
Yeah.
potato salad. Like, y'all gonna sit and talk to me like I ain't never ate no salad, and I know the difference when.
I don't know about the potato salad, but definitely like tuna salad, stuff like that. But tomato salad, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, man, you know my sister.
It's too vinegary for this for the salad. Yeah, it's too vinegary for the salad.
The zip.
The
No,
Miracle Whip.
I'm gonna ask. Okay, so Swabby, you tell me when you used to come down home for those summers, right? And my mom would do the
Mhm.
barbecue, and she'd make the potato salad, macaroni salad, and what was the other one? Like the macaroni with the tuna in it, salad and vegetables. You tell me that shit wasn't good?
It's. I'm not gonna say it's not good, but like I prefer with like regular mayonnaise,
Oh
get
man,
some
I'm not eating
salt and
that
pepper
shit.
on that bad boy. I'm good to go.
Nah, man,
Like that's just me though.
give me mine with mayonnaise with Miracle Whip. I'm not eating that mayonnaise shit. That shit has no flavor,
No,
no
Hey
flavor.
man,
I'm not a
Lee,
fan. I'm not a
Lee.
fan of Miracle Whip like that. Like
I'm not.
that.
I do. I like to. I can't lie. My sandwiches, I has to have it.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
has to
putting up
have
that.
it,
I'm
man.
definitely not eating. No, I mean, I'd had
No,
it. Man, those most of
I
those.
only
Hmm?
I only eat Miracle Whip if I have to. But like sometimes I'll just not even get a sandwich if I have to use Miracle Whip.
That's how I feel
Nah,
about
I'm getting it.
mayonnaise. That's how I feel about mayonnaise.
That little sweet tanginess on the sandwich, guys. I
Tangy
likes it,
zip,
man. I won't lie.
but like if you get yourself some pickle or celery, what? Lettuce, what? Oh shoot, you guys lucky this YouTube. I would
My
have
sister
said,
used to eat that stuff out of the bottle,
nah,
like out
man,
of the
nah,
bottle,
man, that's disgusting. Don't even say some shit
like
like that, man.
mayonnaise.
Bro, no, man, don't do that.
I'm dead
Don't
serious
give
though.
people
It's
that
not a joke.
vision. Don't give people that vision, man. Don't nobody need to think about that right now. At my age, all this old, now I gotta think about that. What is crazy?
That shit was weird,
This
man.
is
That was weird.
disgusting. Forget weird. That's just disgusting. Ugh, sheesh, man. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you even say that to me? Uh, I'm not gonna be able to do good. My mind all messed up thinking about somebody dipping their finger in and shit falling
No,
off
it was
their
a
finger.
spoon, cuz. It was a spoon.
Oh man, you know what you got me thinking of now, man? Undercover brother, man. Somebody should have squirted that damn
You
hot
have to
sauce
learn
on
to
me.
like mayonnaise.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I was so happy when I seen that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not weird. Because like every commercial all got to do with that shit. And it's like, man, that shit's not good. You gonna put that on a damn burger and ruin the blandness of the ketchup? Oh man, I'm done. Like I'm an
Is it
avid
Heinz?
man, I'm an avid. Don't put none of that shit on my man. Don't put no mayonnaise and no Miracle Whips on my burger, man. I don't need you drying my burger or give me some weird flavor. Only time I won't lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, the only time I take mayonnaise, it's a very, very light strip on my Subway subs, and I get them to add some barbecue sauce on it. Yeah. So
I
I'm
get a little bit of
Okay.
mayonnaise and a sweet onion sauce. Always.
talking about a meatball sub.
Gross.
Man, it'd be good. I like carbs. I can't gain no weight though. I don't know why. I didn't dare to say that to you guys. Yeah, man. I'm go. I'm good with those things, man. Like my only thing is, I wish we did have down here is better restaurants, man. More food options. Like, like,
I think down home just needs some more soul food. That would be dope.
man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm all up for it, but I'm not pushing anything. I'm gonna be happy if we can get some of those commercials. Like you're literally teasing us.
What's commercials? I won't lie, you guys would love Chick-fil-A, cuz. Oh my gosh.
You another one gonna talk about Chick-fil-A. Y'all got Chick-fil-A in Toronto?
Yup. It's like
Uh,
4 or 5 locations now. Boy, that stuff is
that's
bad.
all Biggs be going on about is Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Oh man, I'm
Chick-fil-A.
telling you,
He be
it
showing me
is.
these things, man. Man,
Oh,
these guys be in my streams talking about all the restaurants up the states. I can't even start to remember them all. And it's like these are chains because everybody's in different states, but they all know
hmm.
about it. I'm like, man, I can't live like this.
He said I can't live
I
like this.
can't. No,
Uh,
bro, man, it's rough, bro. It's rough out here for the youngest thugs. I'm telling you, man. Tell him, oh, tell him, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
no, because O got some good restaurants up there too.
yeah, but you guys know what it's like to live down here. You guys are on here. Like, I'm gonna shame you guys. Like, yeah, home is great, but here's where the shitty part is about home. Here's the shitty part about home. We got down home, right? But what can you really do?
No, there ain't nothing down there to do.
hang out with the guys, bro. That's really,
That's it.
but that's what I come down there for. But like I know what he's saying. There's really not much to do. Now there's some sightseeing for you to do But if you live down
Yeah,
home, you
there's a
probably
little bit of
seen it
yeah, there's a
all.
little bit of stuff, but
A little
very
bit of
much.
stuff.
They
hold on, hold on. Oh, what they got?
got a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, that's what they got. They can have a little bit of stuff. They know we try to take it, right? But that's what I'm saying. So like, so when you're looking at certain restaurants, like I'm gonna lie, I got a dough there in front of me right now, and all I can think about is, yeah, this shit must be good. I think it's down there.
This guy really had to throw that out there, didn't he?
You can go
Shame
to
me like
Chick-fil-A.
that.
It's still only 11, 20, 10 after 20 after 11 up there. I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A's open till like 2.
No, it's not. And I
Hey,
live in the sticks, so it's like a 45-minute drive to Chick-fil-A for me, guys.
You don't think I would mind if 45 minutes in Toronto isn't bad? Like if it was 45 minutes in Halifax, then yeah, man, we got a problem that we got to drive 45 minutes.
I don't live in Toronto. That's the thing. I live outside of Toronto. I live like an hour and a half outside of
For
Brampton.
45 minutes outside of Ontario is not bad. 45 minutes driving in Ontario is not as bad as driving 45 minutes here. And you know that. 45 minutes is an average drive of what we would probably say 15 here. It's my call. A 15-minute drive, like me going in town, is like him driving to Chick-fil-A is what I'm hearing. I don't. It's not that bad. I got to drive that far to get Popeyes. I'm sorry. I gotta take my skip bag with me so I can keep the freshness locked in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
what'd you say? Skin bag.
That's what he heard. Everything we just said, that's what he come in on. My skip bag.
Hey,
So
listen. I gotta get in the shower and stuff.
yeah, man, we good to drop this, man. Man, we could have ended it like 20 minutes ago. I think, like I said, I thought it was good, man. I'm gonna shout everybody out, man. Definitely check us when we get a little bit better on scheduling and planning our show. But
No doubt.
yeah, man, y'all say goodbyes where y'all want to say it, man. End this shit properly.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just open.
All
Much
right,
love.
yeah, man.
Much love.
Yeah, man. There you go. Yeah, man. Well, Suave's not gonna end it. He's not gonna say nothing. He's antisocial until he gets down home. So we're gonna shout you guys out, man. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna come back better. This was just a quick run, having fun, man. 2 fingers and outie. 500.